Phoenix is 1 of 10 in the third quarter. Paul, the pull-up pop, book it. His first control, but he clears. Paul against the big, no problem. Count it. Clearing. Paul gets around the big. Minga, the 5 on the floor. Draymond Green out with an ankle injury. Paul nails the jump shot.
It's a dunk.
Here's Paul waiting. Now will take and hit.
2-for-1 opportunity here.
Paul trying to get into it. Leaning away and hit. No.
You know, he's taking Steph Curry shots.
Here's Paul zipping into the paint. Bodies away and banks it in. Here's Paul around Duarte, lays it in. Few possessions. Paul working behind Looney. Paul to his spot. Yeah, that's cash.
Good stuff there from the new veterans on this team, one of which is back on the floor to start the second quarter as Chris Paul. From the elbow, Chris Paul gets it to go. 8-2 to start the quarter, game tied at 83. Chris Paul over Jeff Green, another.
Chris Paul off the pick. Bells have started the game.
He's going to that right hand. That's what he wants to do.
Yep.
He gets going to that.
Anybody going to touch it? Pajemski got Dyson out of position. And the free ball for Chris Paul. Do what you can to expand it when Curry's not on the floor. Chris Paul into the paint for his mid-range. Chris Paul wanted to go back inside. Mid-range. He'll get it again. Difficult.
Yeah, but one of the things that they talked about this morning is making some of these catches difficult.
Chris Paul, yeah, he got where he wanted to go. Too easy for Chris Paul. And they're back to their biggest lead of the game. It's up to 14. Chris Paul deep into the clock. Yeah, he's going up on the follow-up.
New opportunity for the Dubs. CP3.
We saw the defense was out of position. 15-footer goes to Minga instead. That rattles out. Good rebound by Pajemski. Back it goes to Paul. He's open. He got it. Under 9 to go in regulation. Paul here's off a green screen.
The first, batted away by Payton. Chris Paul stops and fires and kills it. Right there in their back door. I'll say this, they're not as good when Steph Curry's not in the game. Chris Paul from the corner launches. 5 to play in the first. Golden State leads by 5, 40-35. Chris Paul fakes the pass, sticks the shot. Kuminga to the basket on the Warriors' end. Chris Paul for 3, and that one through. Hoops right now, they lead by 5. 9 minutes left. Paul Gasser, a long time Hall of Fame bound bet against the rookie. Dumps it up over him and in.
Here's Chris Paul. Lives in the mid-range and drills that one. Chris Paul left that on the front rim, got his rebound. Tries it again. This one falls.
We've had way too many breakdowns. That last turnover, obviously not what we want. We haven't finished around the basket. We've missed probably around 15 layups. We've got to take our time and finish.
Over Gordon, got it to go. The master of the mid-range, Chris Paul.
Can't bleed it out with a 5-second difference, but want to get something good. Chris Paul 3. Dropping that one in. Warriors just switched out when there was some space in there. Chris Paul from the baseline. Work on Strus. Elbow jumper. Chris Paul. The work on the 6'6" Levert. Talked about, can you set screens to get the bigs to move? Shot clock at 1. Chris Paul's got to launch it way over Gobert. A deep 2. I got us. Chris Paul thought about that 3. The tough backers. I'm telling you, the Warriors shot quality and Andrew Wiggins. That left wing 3 used to be automatic. You can't buy one. Chris Paul hits a 3. He's been well executed. Warriors don't mind this pace, though. Keep going up and down. Chris Paul for the foul line. He's with 1 field goal. And yet, they're right here. Here's Paul. There's the second field goal. Took over. Here's Paul, three. He answers. Hey, is it Chris Paul time here? He's throwing together this young core. Two-man tracking Clay gets around both of them. Here's Paul for three. That is pretty wide open. Usually percentages go up if you're that wide open. Here's Paul answers with a three of his position opportunities the Thunder get. No one picked them up until it was too late. Here's Paul. He drops it. Finish. Back out to Bajemski though. Open Chris Paul, corner three. Chris Paul's three balls coming along. 4 of 6. Comparison. Plays a lot like him. He can shoot it. There's Paul, an open three. I never thought about looking away anytime I shoot it. You're shooting from way too far out. Begins finding Chris Paul. Open. What does he not have in his game? Wiggins down the lane. Chris Paul for overtime. Looney, that naked handoff. Chris Paul, open three. It's all post-game. A lot of post-game for the Rockets. Chris Paul yanks one back and drops in the three. 4, so the Warriors don't mind running it back at him. Chris Paul, that elbow jumper. There it is. Shengun range. We talked about this. The Warriors are playing a quality game, but the Rockets are right there with them. Chris Paul. What a game. Strong defender. Higgins on Van Vliet. Chris Paul. He'll shoot for three. Got it. You got to make them pay.
The space around them. When you take one of them out, even with the addition of Chris Paul, it can still be difficult.
Foul on Booker is first, second on.
Stay very much alive, especially with Sacramento beating Minnesota earlier tonight. As Paul just had a big night. Charge flags it down to the corner. Paul.
Malik Monk will jump it. Brad Payton wins it. Paul with 9 to shoot. Buries it.
He's been doing a lot of things well. They're looking for some kind of offense, so Chris Paul.
Down, now 5 to shoot. Curry with Goodwin on him. Finds Paul. The three-pointer is good. Audio assist with head coach Frank Vogel. And another offensive rebound for the Warriors. Here is Paul for three. He's got another one. Rebound. I get it. You know, you shooters, they want to try to relax those hands if you're feeling a little tight. Then he just let it series. The Suns won. Phoenix took 44 free throws, so they made 44 free throws on 52 attempts. Approaching the 1-minute mark. Paul gets right by Nurkic, lays it in. Out of transition, easy finish. Paul for three. It's good.
Warriors with the rebound. Clippers with the lead. Chris Paul back the other way. He's got a mid-range shot over Daniel Tice. Chris Paul now with 7 in 18 minutes. Chris Paul lets it roll. And a running three-pointer. Paul, I should say. Tice again on Paul. 8 to shoot. Gets to the paint and knocks it down.
And just trust and believe in that. And sometimes, you know, you just find different ways. Like sometimes it's just not going to be.
Use that to get somebody else open.
Looney comes to screen. Paul circles, 15-footer, floated up, and in.
As Chris Paul starts.
Thompson to the left, Curry to the right. Paul at the center of the court, checked by Sharp, 8 to shoot. Darts to the end.
Chris Paul. It's a long shot.
Advantage of the 2-for-1. So now the Celtics will get another opportunity.
Paul with the fake. He's Wiggins and Curry and Jackson Davis. Here's Paul inside, left free to fire. That's 3 at home to my Hoosier homeland. It's Paul in open lane.
Chris Paul has checked into the lineup, so has Trace Jackson Davis. So the 19-year veteran and the rookie coming aboard. And the win at Portland, really playing great basketball. He came over from Memphis in that 3-team trade. Paul.
You can't say enough. Portland forces the second most turnovers in the league. Shot clock at 2. Chris Paul.
I just love the confidence of Bajemski, though. He's coming in as a rookie, playing with
really 4 Hall of Famers as Paul, one of the...
Sharage has the size on Jackson inside, was trying to post him. Here is Paul. He got it. Out to Paul. His mid-range, short. The follow, indeed.
No, not that I can think. Look, Andrew Bogut could get some lobs back in the day, you know, in his first couple of years there with the Warriors.
Paul, given the layup, takes it.
There's Paul mid-range. Possession by possession here. Final minute of the third. Got to climb back in. Chris Paul hit one. Chris Paul hit. Moody wing jumper off on it. Wiggins will track it down. Any three. And Chris Paul answered with it. Stops. We're noticing a trend. Chris Paul three. Coming back high for that rebound. Another opportunity. Chris Paul from deep. And he got it. Chris Paul down to 5. It's 3. Exum played good D. Chris Paul from the 3 with the rebound. Chris Paul went right to the mid-range. He knows from his end. That defender still went with Clay. It doesn't matter how he's shooting. In trans. That is great feet work. Menga out to Chris Paul for an open 3. They just keep getting the Warriors centers and switches. Guards get downhill. 15. Lively never saw him. Wait for Curry. Chris Paul, warm-up 3. In the trail position tonight. Chris Paul. Chris Paul. Talk about extra effort to get this last possession. Chris Paul will hit the... Go 2 for 1. Chris Paul already knows that. So there's the free one, and he drops it. And they run it back at Orlando. Chris Paul will launch and drop in a 3.
That's been rare this year. Gordon having a terrible year shooting a 3.
Chris Paul rings one.
They've struggled without him, but when they have him, they're probably the team to beat.
Murray's missed 14 games as Paul been on the receiving end a number of times tonight. Chris Paul off the window.
Gordon has got to be your go-to guy when you're trying to come out.
Paul left wide open.
He knocked it away from Wiseman. And Chris Paul going to sashay right to the rim.
As soon as he got Wiseman behind him,
Kevin Knox, double figures for Detroit. All that attention on Steph and Chris Paul leaking out. See Detroit hustle back on defense. Credit them. Chris Paul trail 3.
I like the